Please start, madam.
Okay. Right. Good morning, one and all. I'm happy to meet you all through this virtual platform once again. So, first of all, I should thank the organizers, especially Diva sir, and all the coordinators and technical team for making this come. Okay. So, children, how are you all? Hope you've been enjoying the classes. So, even in this dreadful situation, our learning is going on happily. Yes, shall we start with our sixth unit, biodiversity? Yes, right. Let me share my screen. Okay. Mhm. Is it okay? Okay, children. Uh, so we have the sixth unit, biodiversity, and in this unit we have three readings. Reading A about environment, we are going to have a great time studying and becoming aware of many environmental issues. We are going to have learn about an interview with a Nobel Prize winner and an environmental activist. And B reading we have a poem, Or Will the Dreamer Wake? And C reading about a very just hot topic, a tale of three villages. How uh, this we, the human, cutting the branch on which he is sitting. Yes. So how terrible, how the an irreparable damage we have done to the nature. We're going to study. Okay, especially now. Well, let us before going into the reading see what is biodiversity. Children, yes, what is bio? You all know the meaning of bio. Yes, it's life. Diverse, when we break the word diversity, means diverse means different kinds. So you know the environment, the surroundings made up of all intertwined with the living and non-living, biotic, abiotic. So when we come to the biotic factors, we have diverse animals and plants, flora and fauna. We say thousands of species will live together. Okay, and we humans are those supreme, so we have to live in harmony with all the other creatures. Yes, though we are privileged to dominate. So coming from the microorganisms to all, if that harmony is lost, how it leads to very dreadful or devastating situations. Yes, children. So that is what is biodiversity, and we should know how to live, take care of the nature. Though we can use it for our need. So once Gandhiji said, what did he say? The nature has plenty for our need, not for our greed. But man started exploiting, and now we ourselves are facing the consequences. Yes, children, that is what is biodiversity, and we are here to take care and preserve or conserve our nature. So here you can see a picture. Yes, can everyone? Yes, observe there are two pics pasted on your. This is your face sheet. Is picture one and picture two, right? So what do you see in first picture? Do you like it? If not, why? So certainly, which one do you like? If you're right in front of me, most of you or every one of you vote for the second one. Yes. What you see in the first picture? So everything is polluted and haphazard, dirty, filth, full of. Yes. Is it man-made? Certainly, it's man-made. Yes. And second picture. How is the second picture different from the first? Do you feel good about it? Give reasons for your view. And secondly, second picture is certainly it is very, very orderly, it's pleasant, pristine, pure, lovely. Yes, you feel like going over there and stay there for some time to have a vacation. Yes, no, children, because this is unpolluted. Yes. So, but what is the difference between these two pics? So in the process of using this creation, what did we do? We dump all the waste, the byproducts, and we cut the trees, and we use the chemicals, and how we have done air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution. Yes, and for we make our dwelling so horrible for us to live, unfit for us to live. Yes, children. So that's why this topic biodiversity for us. So how can we keep it clean? How can we keep it use it properly without wasting it or else without spoiling it, destroying it? Yes, children. Uh, so here is one short video for you. If the voice won't be heard, I'll be reading the text for you. Horrible for us really. Yes. Yes, children. Now you followed from the short video. What is biodiversity? Means there should exist a balance among all the species. Like we cannot say this is important, that is important. Human beings are very important. No, even in ninth class we had a lesson. No, what is man without beast? Yes, and we are to coordinate and cooperate with and intertwined. Our life is intertwined with everything. So here also I copied some more pics for you, how it was and how it is. And here, because the pollution is too much, because high populated India or nation, now that some projects are being taken up to clean Ganga. We It's a very pure and holy river we consider. Yes, and because we perform so many religious rituals and all, it is being highly polluted. See, you can see my arrow here. Yes, how much of trash is thrown. And Ganga Bachao, some projects are taken up by Central. They clean it. It is very, not only in terms of the economy and all, and the water is to some extent it is clean after picture. So children, it is not always prevention is better than cure. So we do and try to reconstruct, rehabilitate, and restore. So of course a lot is done hereafter. At least the coming young generation, like you people and present generation, and we should take supposed to be the take carers of the nature or environment. So we have to invest our time, invest our everything energy, yes, to safeguard this nature. So you can see the picture of a lady smiling with all her smiles. So can you guess who is she? Yes, she's none other than Vanagar Mattai, environmental activist. Yes, let me start with reading game. Interview with Vanagar Mattai, environmental activist and Nobel Prize winner. Now you can turn to your textbooks or else you can follow the screen. Vanagar Mattai started the Green Belt movement and also fought for equal rights for women in Africa. She is the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Read the excerpts from her interview with Nippon Hosokyokai Radio, Japan. So she's the one African woman woman. So she's an environmental activist. Okay, we have so many handful of people in our India. So like she's uh, done. Okay, she started with Green Belt movement. Belt, we'll have an idea of more that it's a movement she brought up. A movement is always when initiation is taken and followed by many to increase the greenery, taking care of the green, always concerned with the environment. We have so many programs here with us like Haritaharam and all, to rehabilitate the trees. Yes, children, like that she has started that movement, Green Belt movement. And also not only that, fought for the women rights, equal rights for women in Africa, where always women are suppressed, downtrodden. Yes, children, and she is recognized for all her activities and the influences, the impact she made there, and she's awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, children. So let us start with okay. So the first question, and how did you become aware of the environment? Okay. This is a question posed by the journalist from NHK Radio to her in a live interview. So, what's the answer? From the time we started, we are trying to respond to the basic needs of people in the rural areas. And people were asking for clean drinking water, for food, for energy, which is mostly firewood, for building material, for fodder for the animals. And all these come from the land. So we knew that what the people in the rural areas were asking for had to do with the environment. They did not have those things because the environment was degraded. So, from the very beginning, we understood that we have to rehabilitate the environment. Is it clear, children? So, let us come. From the time they started this green belt movement, we're trying to respond for the basic needs. Basic needs of human being usually say what we say food, okay, shelter and clothing. Children, so we need them. Primary needs should be met first. So we have the and next sort of emotional, intellectual, and all those needs. So first, people were asking what they asked, what are the demands for clean drinking water? Water is not available. If available, it's a polluted water, unfit to drink. So their demand for water. And for food, food from where do we get children? All grain, cereals, millets, vegetable fruits. Yeah, ultimately from the nature, right? From the trees and plants around us, from the agriculture and farming, what we do. And for energy, energy here is a fuel. Now we have LPG gas cylinders to cook, but basically in the rural areas, even now, firewood, the wood cut from the trees, serves as a fuel for them on from the heat they cook the food. So all and for building material, even for wood, in the thatched house, thatched roofs, we say huts and all. Again, we need the material like dry leaves and all from the trees, and fodder from the for the animals. What is fodder? You can take down the word fodder is food for and given to cattle. This grass and all is called fodder. And all this when these demands when they think from where can we get supply these demands and these have come from land. Okay, so we'll see some meanings here. Environment is natural world around us. So this she say everything comes from land, and rural people are asking we have to do with the environment, and they did not have those things. Why don't they have? Okay, thousands of generations are having. But recently, from the 1 or 2 centuries back, why don't they have this? Is the environment was degraded? What's the meaning of degraded here? Destroyed. Yes, children. And because of the overusage, exploitation, it is degraded, destroyed. So, from the very beginning, we understood Vanagaramata and her team, so they understood what we have to rehabilitate the environment. What's the meaning of rehabilitation, children? Here, I have some meanings for you. Restoration and restore, bring it back to normalcy. Habitation means place where we live, how it is normal. It's destroyed, collapsed. Once again, we should bring it back to normal state is called rehabilitate. So rehabilitate the environment. Is it possible? We didn't construct it. It exists. Yes, it's a creation. So that is dealing with the root cause. It's not that we need water. See the glass, empty glass, we go to the pot and we fill. Or we do the well and we take. So the basic needs to be met. First we should deal with the environment, but environment is degraded. So now the next step is how to rehabilitate this environment. So the forested mountains were the source of water and the source of rain. So when you deforest, you cause a shortage of water and a change of rainfall patterns, and therefore people are not able to get food and water. Therefore, in order for them to have a good environment that can sustain their livelihoods, it is important to have a government that accounts to them, that protects their interests, that is concerned about their lives. So she continues, the forested mountains, the mountains full of forest. Forested is a gerund. Yes, it's not used as an adjective here. The mountains, we all, even in social studies, we said the birthplace of all the rivers. because water collects from there, forms a stream, flows. Yes, the forested mountains are the source of water, source of rain. When the trees are more, again, water get evaporated and transpirated through the leaves, and the vapor again come back. It's a water cycle. So when you deforest means cutting down the trees and all. Even the earth, these trees are diminishing as we're using them for different purposes. Yes, for the construction, for the industries, for the domestic usage. Yes, most of the trees were cut. That is called deforestation. You cause a shortage of water. What's the meaning of shortage? Yes, children. Deforest means cut down of the trees. Source is a starting place. We said there is source of water is a starting place. A shortage, unavailability. Short means less amount of water because the change in the rain patterns. So one, I already said, no, everything is linked up, intertwined. All the factors. Deforestation is done, rain patterns changes, again the shortage of water, shortage of food. Our needs are not met. Therefore, people are not able to get food and water. Even in our country, there's no rains. Farmers need a lot of water, yes, for the farming. That's why irrigation, through irrigation, we try to supply them, yes, directly from rain. Otherwise, through this and all. Therefore, in order to, in order for them to have good environment, that can sustain their livelihood, sustain. What is sustain, children? To continue. Yes, continue. Sustain means it's a balance, maintain balancely for a long time. Yes, it's not that what all we have used get used up in one run or one gulp. So maintaining balancedly orderly is a sustaining. You see, most of the farmers, when their needs are not met, they're ending up with lives. Okay, they're fighting for, rebelling for, and their lives have become so miserable. It's not that. So what she says, Vanagadamata, is her opinion is we should have a government that accounts means that is responsible, take up the responsibility of protecting their interests and sustaining their livelihood, who are much concerned about the lives of these people. Okay, rural people, downtrodden people, backward people, and underprivileged. We have haves and have nots. Of course, haves, they have their own means to meet their needs, but these have nots always they look up to the government who has interest and concern about their lives and who could provide a sustainable uh, environment or tool which should take up the responsibility to provide all this. So once I recap her answer, what are the basic needs of the peoples and demands, children? Yeah, was that they need, you can see some images I copied for you. The clean drinking water, and you can see the building material. Yes, yeah, that is also all the material to get from the trees, from the land, from the environment. And we have a food, vegetables and fruits, and fodder for the animals. All these basic needs they demand for, and ultimately the source is the environment, and the environment is in degraded state, and we have to rehabilitate the environment. That is there in front of the target, or as the immediate action to be taken. Okay, so next question goes like this. Okay. How is peace connected to good government? That is hiding for you. So I just read the question for you. How is peace connected to good government? So she answers, many wars that are fought in the world are fought over natural resources. Some wars are fought because the environment is so degraded that it is not able to support communities, and so they fight over the little that is left. Others are fought because some people want to take a lot of resources to control them and to keep many other people out. So how is peace? What do we say? World peace is symbol of peace. Sometimes we that white domes are left and olive. Even when we study the symbol of peace is olive shirt, yes, children. So how come this is a good environment and the peace are connected? So she said, we want to live peacefully. Many wars are fought over the natural resources. Yes, we fight for water, we fight for food. Even recently in our region, we have fight for the Kaveri waters. Yes, in the state in between the Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. They want the water. They construct a dam and they stop it. No, that's a natural. So we have all the rights to have it. So there's many even Kashmir issue. Yes, Pakistan and we that is in between the nation, in between the state, in between the regions. So we have fight over the natural resources like so because the environment degraded, not able to support the communities. If everyone have plenty, it's okay. When the fight comes, when the conflict, when there is lack, when there is a need, then only the fight comes. Because the environment degraded, unable to support, we started fighting. And some people, what they do, they want to take control. That's what I said. We some people are greedy, some are who are in power, they want to take all and keep for them and depriving the other section of the society to miss all that. So now whether this happens at national level or at regional level or at the global level, sooner or later there is discontent. When the discontent is strong enough, there is conflict. Okay, we have meaning of environment and natural world. I said discontent is dissatisfaction. Any level, as international, national, or regional, or even in a neighborhood. When the needs are not met, what happens, children? Sooner or later, globally or locally. Yes, there is dissatisfaction. No, I don't have water even. Of course, deserts and all that is different. That is natural habitat. So we had to go for water, wait for water, walk kilometers to bring up, carry the water. Okay, all this lot of dissatisfaction. If the discontent is strong enough, there is conflict. What is conflict? Fight, argument, disagreement. Yes, they fight for it. So, good management of natural resources, equitable distribution of the resources is important for peace. Now comes. How come they're interconnected of natural resources availability and is there's a good management and equitable distribution is important to peace. Equitable is reasonable. It's not equal. I'll explain you more about this term equitable or see that everyone gets justifiable and correctly or reasonably in another word. Okay, so that is when everything is done in that way, available resources are distributed, there will be peace. There will again content will be there. They're satisfied, they're calmed, pacified. Okay, like that. At the same time, good management of natural resources is not possible if you do not have democratic space, respect for human beings, respect for human rights, giving other people dignity. Okay. So at the same time, management of resources is not possible if you don't have. Why management of resources? Again, different factors plays. Democratic space. What is democracy, children? Yeah, it is ours is democratic India. Autocracy, bureaucracy, democracy. Here, every individual is given space. All are equal. We elect. Yes, some self or independency of every human being. Respect. Okay, we just respect for human rights, equality. Even in constitution, we have all these terms. So the equality or respect, we should not be divided. Tagore nicely says, no, children, we are divided by the narrow domestic walls of caste, community, race. Yes, and that there's yes so many and some one section different strata, economic strata, educational strata of society, privileged and underprivileged. Yes, children. So it's not that everyone should be given equal rights and respect and giving other people dignity. How much I have all rights to enjoy all the resources, even the other people, my neighbor, the person next to me, okay, has the equal dignity, equal respect, equal right to enjoy the resource. Yes, children. So that's what this democratic space should be there. What to have a good management of natural resources. That is why the three themes are related, like the African stool with three legs and the basin on which you sit. The three legs, you all know the stool we have, the chair, four-legged chairs we use. So the three-legged stool, I'll show you the picture of that. One leg is peace, other leg is good governance, the third leg is sustainable management of resources. When you have lost those three legs, now you can put the basin, which is development. If you try to balance that stool without those three, it won't happen. Okay. Uh, if we have not shared our resources equitably, we have allowed some people, especially those in power, to acquire a lot at the expense of the majority, and we have also engaged in conflict. Yes, children. Governance means we should say no good governance. We have three. Let me come three-legged stool. One leg stands for peace, another for good governance. Governance means good control, good rule. And the third one is sustainable management. I already said what is sustaining to manage the equally. And if any, even if we have a chair, one leg is broken, what happens, children? Yeah, it falls, it loses its balance. Yes, we cannot. And when the three legs of the stool are intact, what happens on the surface? We can put the basin development. Yes, let me go to the next slide. Then you can, sustainable means maintain or support. Mm, yes, you can see the image of the stool. Peace, good governance, and was that sustainable management. This is a term she introduced, sustainable management, in that yellow color basin you can see with the arrow, this development three legged. And I have one more image for you when I say equal and equality and equity, equitable distribution of resources, I said. Yes, children, too, I'm impressed by this image, so I copied it for you. Equal means we have three people and 3 rupees, each one rupees given. Yes, but again in the outcome is the input and output. There again one is deprived, one is privileged, and one is deprived. So in equity, we see those who are very less is given more. Those who are already have is given, not given or given less. So the output how all three are enjoying the match. Yes, that is what she says. Vanagar Matai, when she talks about the sustainable management, what she says is the we have to equitable distribution of these three resources are very important. One is there is peace and good governance, and what is the third, like sustainable management. Then only a country or nation will progress. What she means. Okay, that's what she says. The good governance is always this management of the resources is connected with the peace, world peace, peace of humankind. Yes. So I have an interview. 1 minute with her. Was the first time. Children, if this what is given in here we explain now the same she's talking that I just little bit concern for you. If it is not audible for you, I'll go for the next slide. Okay, children. It goes like that. She talks about the conflict and the resource management, sustainable development. So I think our time is up for today. We'll continue with the next class. And before that, you have an assignment, a write-up for you. Human beings cannot live on Earth without causing threat to the nature. Yes. So this, I wanted to first we have seen when we're discussing about the style sheet and face sheet, how much of damage or destruction humans cause to the nature. But there's no other way for us. We have to survive on the planet Earth. So the question here is, they cannot live on the Earth without causing threat to the nature. Can we or we cannot? You can write in possibilities like okay, and the plus and minus you can say yes or no, and you have to give reasons, justify your answer with lot of reasons. Human beings can not live on the earth without causing threat to the nature, or they live. So come out with a write up and be ready, and shortly your schools are going to get open. When you're back to the school, you can show to your teachers, and before my next class also be ready with
Ma'am,
this.
time up.
Yes, with this assignment. Okay, children, think of it. I'm going once again, see, take out the textbooks, see the pictures. It's very where we need to be aware, become aware of. So I feel it is very, very useful and topic for you, right, children? Hope you all enjoyed this lesson. Thank you very much, and until I meet you again in my next class. This is Glory Sravanti from ZPHS Tallada. Once again, thank you one and all. Take care. Bye